Hey guys, Drew Volrath, the Apex Outdoors. Thanks for tuning into this video. We'll get you to it here in a second. Just want to brief you on kind of what this hunt entails. Basically it's over a 2-day time frame, November 9th and November 11th. I was able to secure some permission on a piece of private here close to home. A lot of the hunting that I do typically is down south, southern Iowa for the most part, a couple hours away from home. So it was nice to have something within range that wasn't 2 hours, maybe 20 minutes instead. So was able to secure that piece and got cameras out this summer, was kind of monitoring everything, and eventually had a couple shooters show up later in October that kind of stuck around through that October-November timeframe. So a lot of fun. Had a couple encounters with a couple shooters and saw a ton of deer. But it's a fun little video. Enjoy it. Make sure when the video wraps up to like it, comment, subscribe to our page, and just kind of pay attention to what's coming down the pipe on our page. We've got some great stuff, whether it's fishing or hunting, that we'll be putting out there. Really enjoy it. Thanks, guys.
My vacation/weekend series that I just started yesterday. Actually, I called this morning, to be honest. My series continues. I'm back on the property I was this morning, on the opposite side. My plan tonight was to come in. So this hit this front plot. It is literally right in my buddy's front yard. You can see his house from right here. It's a little bit more concealed because I'm kind of in the corner. But he sees deer here every single night. Right as sundown kind of rolls in. So I know a lot of does show up here. Where the does are this time of year. The bucks tend to show up. So we'll see what shows up tonight. The past couple nights he said that he's been seeing some little bucks, but he also takes off a little bit earlier from work. So I'm curious what shows up later. I tend to really notice that things slow down in the timber here. So maybe things are, maybe they're starting to work towards the fields more, towards the evening. So I have a feeling that's the case, but we'll find out. It's about 3 o'clock right now. We'll be on until about 5:15. That's when the shooting light ends. But again, November 9th, things are definitely in motion at this point. I had quite a few bucks chasing does this morning, and then things really shut off from there. So it's not ideal for temps. Right now it's probably 72, 73. So I'm just kind of sitting it out. Get a little bit of a sunburn earlier today. I'll take it. But things are really going to cool off later this week, so just gotta kind of hang in there, grind it out until temps start to cooperate and we get a little bit better weather for this rut. So we'll see what happens tonight. Hopefully we get some movement pretty soon. It's looking good. It's green. Deer really been using it, and I've got a screen post. It's actually about 30 yards from where I'm at right now. So threw that up earlier this summer. They're consistently hitting it now. Oaklums are still there. The post is still up. So it's good to see. There's quite a bit of dirt that's been bought at recently, so they're hitting those scrapes consistently still. But we'll see what happens tonight. Hopefully this fence line does me some justice. I can connect with something, but we shall see what happens. I will say that I am in the only tree that I could get in on this fence line. It's a locust tree. I had to go up and cut some needles to get up it, but only about 12, 13 foot off the ground, so not very high off the ground, but wind is severely in my favor, and as long as I post up behind these 4 limbs that I've got, I should be okay. I should be concealed enough, so we'll see how tonight goes. Let's hope that we can get some good movement, and hopefully we can connect with a buck. Stay tuned.
So it was a slow evening, 70 degrees. I wasn't seeing a whole lot of deer movement. Saw a couple small bucks here and there, a couple does in the field. But eventually things kind of picked up. And right at shooting lights, the end of shooting light basically, I saw one of the shooters that I've been, paying attention to. He wasn't the top of the list, but he was also, a mature deer in the area, and he was very unique. And he stepped out, and it was my first glimpse in person at this deer. And at that point, I knew if I had a chance to shoot him over the next couple days, I was going to give it a shot.
All right, a quick moment for an interview. So it's November 11th. It's Friday, November 11th. It is about 30 degrees, maybe a little bit cooler. Definitely cooler with the wind chill. Yesterday it was 70. So major cold front rolled in, and it's got deer on their feet. I already had 2 does walk right in front of me. Hopefully that's a good start to an awesome day. But I moved my stand to a central hub here on this piece of private that I'm hunting. A lot of scrapes, a lot of oaks. It's a great opening where a lot of paths seem to cross. So hopefully we'll catch some traffic moving through here. When I was setting the stand yesterday, actually, I had a buck that was cruising through up on this knob. And that was even 1, 2 o'clock in the middle of the day when it was 75 degrees. But this is in the general area where I saw that big 8-pointer, so maybe he's cruising through here again today. This cold weather should have them on their feet for most of the day, so we shall see what happens. I'll be out all day long, all day sit. I've got snacks, got water, extra batteries, charger for my phone. So it'll be a long day, but I'm very excited to hang out here in this cold front. I'm bundled up, ready to roll. And one last thing. It is Veterans Day. Thank you to those veterans that sacrificed so much. Some sacrificed all. Without those sacrifices, we wouldn't be able to have the freedom we do today. And that freedom includes us being able to hunt like this. Because of your sacrifices, we're able to do this stuff. So thank you. But hopefully the movement starts to fire up. It's still the rut, baby. Anything can happen. So we'll see what happens. the stand after a 30-minute break. About 45 actually. Lucky enough to have my buddy's house be about 150, 200 yards away. He made a little pork butt, some mac and cheese. Scarfed that down. They came out. Awesome hunt this morning. Ended up seeing about 15 deer. Probably say 10 of which were bucks. A lot of good movement. A lot of chasing. I'm hoping that that continues here this afternoon. Wind has kind of died down, so that's a good feeling. It's nice. It's still cold. The sun seems to pop out every now and again. So we should be able to see some deer this afternoon if the movement continues the way that it has been. But you never know. So very, very exciting hunt this morning. Hopefully the afternoon's the same way. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Well, I think I just put a good shot on that goofy looking buck. I've seen him twice the past 3 days. That was the third time. There's still bucks running around here. There was a hot doe that he followed in. I have one buck right behind me. That doe was literally 10 yards from the bottom of the tree. And then he was also about 10 yards. He kept looking up at me. He wasn't sure what was going on. He was more interested in that doe. He's not going to be the best scoring deer in the world, but he's unique. He got my blood flowing, and I'm excited. I guess just to break it down what happened, I rattled about 20 minutes ago. I had one buck come in, would be from the south. Caught my wind. He busted a little bit, kind of got spooked, but he looked over and he saw another buck that was following the doe, and that was the buck I eventually just shot. So they came in from the north, and that doe worked about 10 yards from the base of the tree, and then he followed her to this evergreen that's right here, and then worked behind the tree. He started working behind the tree, and then I grabbed my bow, trying to get the camera on him. I was hoping that he wasn't going to continue that way, which he eventually turned around and started working back to follow her. followed her. He stopped. He actually looked back at me as I was starting to turn. I froze. He eventually started working his way off nice and slow. He was a little at ease, but he was still kind of on edge. Kept walking, hit my shooting lane that I just cut today. Had to climb up the tree, cut it down, hit that lane. She was looking up at me as I drew. He looked the opposite direction, and I pumped that arrow right through the wheelhouse. So I'm gonna head back to the house. We're gonna take a peek at it on the TV, and then we'll come back and hopefully find ourselves a deer. So excited. He's an awesome deer.
So I climbed down, checked out the arrow, looked for a little bit of blood, found a little bit, and I marked it. Went back to my buddy's house, and we hung out for a little bit, waiting for my dad and a couple other friends that were gonna come in and help us track. Once they all showed up, we got back out. I didn't have the camera at that point. I had my bow instead. I had a couple flashlights, and made our way to where we last saw blood. Started looking, and we weren't finding a whole lot of blood, which concerned me immediately. But I knew, based off of what the camera was showing me, that it was a lethal shot. You know, I had no doubt in my mind that deer wasn't down, but it was just concerning that, you know, you couldn't find much blood, a couple specks here and there every 10, 20 yards at times. It was concerning, and I was getting a little worried at that point. But kept looking, kind of scattered, grid searched around that area where I'd last seen him on camera, and sure enough, one of my buddies found him laying there. And it was actually, it was great because, you know, everybody was there with me, the camaraderie, and unfortunately the video was rolling, but of course the microphone was not turned on, and I'm blaming Trevor 100%. That is your fault. So next time we'll have the full recovery, sound and video. But great hunt. Very fortunate to be able to hunt a property like that has, you know, great unique deer like this deer, as well as some other big bucks that I'm excited to chase later this year, 2023. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more stuff that's going to be coming out on our channel. And make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment on the video. One other thing, we've got some merchandise that's going to be hitting our website this week. A lot of different hats to choose from, some more shirts, just like this Apex Outdoors t-shirt. Fits fantastically. It's a little dirty. Was doing some yard work today, but we've got a bunch of those. We've got some blue Apex shirts. We've also got some sweatshirts too. That'll all be on the website, and you can order it directly through the website as well. So buy yourself some merch and pay attention for some more content and more merch that's going to be hitting the website soon. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.